children warn us, all they are hearing about this man in the neighborhood, let me be careful. This man named Stick is a dangerous man. He's doing people all kind of evil things out in the neighborhood, out on the surrounding areas and the blocks. Be careful. And she knew that this monster that she was talking about was living right in the house. And one day at the age of 19, 3 bus load, 4 jeep, pull up at number 6 Sudan Street, San Fernando. That's where I was born and still living it. Came and knocked on the door. And my mother came out. I was about 19 then. Quiet. And the police said, we come to your son. Slick. My mother said, my son don't need that. We ain't on that man. I warned my children about that man. He said, no, it's your son is Ricky Selvon. She said, yes. She said, well, guys, the man, bring him out. My mother fainted. Don't laugh. She fainted. And I said, yes, mommy, it's me. I said, yes, mommy, it's me. It's Ricky's you shooter, mom? It's you shooter? I said, yes, mommy, I have to separate. It was him or was me? She said, Ricky, that violent robbery was. I said, yes, mom. But my dear, but mind you, you will believe my mother went to the grave, loving me. In spite, I wanted to encourage him. When my mother found out who I was, she never took a cent from me again after that. She didn't want a cent from me. She didn't want, she still continued to love me. She still continued to counsel me. She still continued to talk to me. And I thank God I could be here this morning because I never took heed. I never took heed of all the counseling, all the begging, all the advice. I never took heed. So I'm telling you, mothers, pay attention to your boys. You need to pay attention to your girls, but pay attention to your boys. And I'm telling the men here this morning, pay attention to your kids, pay attention to your wife. Pay attention. Because now I know a real man don't bully the wife. A real man don't bully the children. They will counsel the children. They will give the children good advice and then they will live in the counsel. And they won't live in the counsel as the ungodly. They will show the children counseling by their lifestyle. And mothers, we need to, yes, you will tell your children, don't do this, don't do that, but they need to speak to your children in volumes by their actions. Because most of the time, it's not the things that they say to your children that will be important to them and will activate them, but the things that you yourself are doing in the home and otherwise what are they seeing? And sad to say, I asked myself, I was 10 years done in my prison sentence. I always say this without no apology, no shame. God spoke to me and told me how. Open up my mind and my heart to understand how I have become the person that I have became. And I want to share that simple thing with you this morning. And I want you to hold on to it. I want you to let it sink down in your spirit because I never care this time. I'm going to tell you you have a death wish. When my father died, I was at the age 9. I lived in the same, but I was 9-year-old in here. 9-year-old. Come to my 9-year-old. Watch it. Right? Alright? Good? Or the guy that's counselor in prison. And he always fascinates me because he's always meet me. He said, Selvon, different, Selvon, you're going good, you know. And it was an encouragement to me with ministering on the inside, and he's an encouragement to me on the outside. And I thank God that I could share my life, my testimony, that somebody else can hear and understand and do good the way I went. I go into schools when he called for me, when he sent for me, I go and I share. This is why I share, and why I share, not from no script, but from the script of my heart, not from no paper, from my heart. I don't want no paper, I don't write down nothing, I just trust God to help me to talk to somebody. Because if I used to listen to my mom, to my loved ones, my friends, those who really cared, spoke to me, don't go that way, stop doing this, stop doing that, and I just continued on my road. It cost me a lot. I tried to build a relationship with my sons. It's hard. Because, and I'll tell you something what prisoners do to you. When I went to prison at the age of 33, and I received information concerning my loved ones, I used to have to turn off. Because I'm impotent. I'm in a controlled environment. I'm incarcerated. I can't leave, I can't go. So why are you coming to tell me somebody bust your son head? Somebody bust his son head. I can't do nothing about that. And then emotionally now, I turn off because how could someone interfere with my son and don't know who I am? And because that time I was still that way. But I had to turn off. So I turned off for 18 years. You know your girlfriend, she don't, yeah, I turn off. To deal with prison, you have to turn off, else you'll go mad. You have to turn off emotions. So it's not a nice place to be. So, but think about it now. I turned off for 18 years to deal with my environment, my control environment. And then after 18 years, 7 years and 8 months, or they say 18 years, 4 months less, they throw me out. They throw me out of prison. So how I deal with human beings now out here, I mean the civilized ones. How I deal with my kids now coming to tell me, Daddy, you don't call us enough. How I deal with my kids. How I showing them this fatherly love and this emotion and all these things that they're supposed to. So I have to, this is alien to me right now. But most people don't understand that part of confinement. They see a man and they say, good for me, they're right. But they don't understand when they're here now, how you're dealing with human beings. Because I can tell all you, prison is not a nice place, but when you do things to go there, go. Go and do your time. You do the crime, go and do your time. I'm my philosophy now. I don't have no compassion for men who are doing crime. None. You do it, you do nonsense, go and face it. Die me. So, you know, my victims I still have victims, my children and my loved ones, and they are victims through my whole time. So it's not an easy road. It just looks simple, it just looks good. Especially for the young boys, listen to all your parents. That's my advice to all you this morning, simple. And parents, make sure you're telling the children the right thing. Don't just tell them something that come off the top of your head. Think about what you're going to tell them. My mom told me my father, God take my father because he was a good man. I turned into a monster on spot. Because that's what I have become, a creature. So I thank God again that I could come and I could share. And I told all you about my past. I told all you about my present. I can't tell all you about my future, but I trust in God. I tell people, what keeps me going is because God helped me to understand why I was doing what I was doing. And I took that in my heart, in my spirit. And as I just say, nearly every single charge that you could get, I get it already. I was charged for murder already. Thank God I win the case because I really wasn't involved with the police. They do me that because of the lifestyle I was living. But what I'm saying is, I doesn't always know what to do. But one thing I know, from my experience, I know what not to do. And I just run with that. Amen? Thank God for you.
That was a powerful message, Mr. Selvon. And I think we could not have said it any better when we want to tell the children to listen. And this is not the road to go down. You just coming here and making that impact in their life, we know that somewhere along the line, you are going to make a difference. And we thank you so very much. We really want to appreciate you taking our time out today to come to be with us. And so we'd like to call you up one more time. And we'd like to also call our school supervisor at this time, Miss Vidya Ramachali, to make a presentation to you to just say thank you, God bless you. We know that even as you speak now, that your mother is looking in heaven down you and smiling and say, that's my boy, and I love you. And we thank you.
Pleasant good morning. This morning, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Ministry of Education, principal, staff, parents, students, and all other stakeholders here to make this presentation to this wonderful gentleman who I was told, his name is Mr. Selvon, lives in San Fernando, to state that words have the power to change, and it's never too late. When you recognize that you've made a mistake, you can change it with the right guidance. Your words have really created an impression that has left us permanently handicapped for life. And I hope these children here, they are listening and they take your words. And what was the message intended today? Say no to? Say no to? Okay, so we would like you to accept this token.
Mr. come up to just redo the song for us so we can just get that impact that you're. Why? So you can sing along with Miss. Right? Let's give her a round of applause. Why you're so unfair? Why you don't even care? Why you're instilling fear in me? You're instilling fear in me. They told me school was fun with friends that run around, how we would laugh and play and learn more every day. But I don't know what they're talking about. Every day I get in blowout. I can't even open up my mouth. But I can't take this thing no more, yeah. And why? Come on, children. Why? You don't even care? Why? You're instilling fear in me. You're instilling fear in me. You kick and cuff me up, then take away all my lunch. You come, you rough me up, now you want to beat me up. This is not expected of us. We should come together as one. Put down the knife, come put down the guns. And let we live together as one, yeah. Why you're so unfair? Why you don't even care? Why you're instilling fear in me? You're instilling fear in me. So now we'll have the standard fours who will come up. The standard fours. You all know who you are. Come up, please.
If the family not working, things can be good. Oh no, if the family not working, things can be good. You're looking for trouble, this nation will crumble. Children need guidance, so come on our parents. Save the family for me. Mommy and Daddy, you both must understand. The key to my future lies right in your hands. The way that you're living, is that what is guiding me to form opinions? And that your desire is that I do better. You should move positive actions. If the family not working, things can be good. Oh no, if the family not working, things can be good. You're looking for trouble, this nation will crumble. Children need guidance, so come on up, parents. Save the family for me. Parents, the parents of this country. Save the family for me.
Well, I know you all enjoy that, and those were powerful message. Why? And save parents, save the family for me. And we are trying our best here at Romaine Government School, which is our family as well, to save that family for you, to give you that helping hand. And now we're going to have a question to the audience. Any kind of questions you would like to ask. We are going to have Mr. DeSantos and Mr. Dyer, who will answer all of your questions. Please feel free to ask according to what it is you have on your mind. What's on your mind concerning bullying? Here we have Mr. DeSantos and Mr. Dyer.
Children at Romaine Government love to talk. So not because you all have strangers here this morning means that you all are going to stay quiet and I'll have to talk to the step. Okay, Josiah? So, after hearing what you would have heard this morning, does anybody have any questions that they wish to ask? Parents, children, come Kazim. All right, he's asking what is bullying. Bullying is any act that engages any sort of advantageous activity. So it can mean, Kazim, if you are standing in the line by Miss Anthony to go and get something to drink, and a young man or a young lady, because yes, our girls bully more than boys, mummies and daddies, right? Continue to push Kazim out of the line every time he go to get something to drink. And that activity takes place over a period of time. It can be classified as bullying. All right, Kazim, did that answer your question, son? Okay. Because I see you're trying to answer and you're talking now. So I don't know who listening to who. We promote talking out. And that is why I mentioned in my address that we want to create that kind of environment here at Romaine Government that children can express the way they feel, or if something is being done. We want them here at school to really be able to come to any adult, right, and share how they feel about a situation. And even if somebody's doing them something, we want them to be able to come and talk to us. The same way we expect if something is happening to them, mommy and daddy, we want you to also create that kind of environment at home. That your child can come to you, and like Mr. Selvon said, knowing that mommy and daddy is going to tell me the truth.
Yeah. A lot of times, children who become bullies usually are children that are coming from situations where they themselves are angry. They themselves are upset by something that is going on home. As in the case with Mr. Selvon, you realize that while mommy was good and all of that kind of stuff, he was angry on the inside. Okay, daddy had died, all right, and I'm angry, so I take that anger and displace it, put it somewhere else. And so what we have to do as parents especially, let's be really paying attention to our children, things that we say, things that we do. Our total image at home really will make a big difference in the lives of our children.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Try and I pick up on what Mr. Selvon say. What I see home, Gabby set good example. She good. But knowing Gabby is not easy also. You know, and my question is how you pick it up early, because she out here too, and you know, within interacting with most of the children, I just hear that. And I don't feel I believe Gabby, I'm a single parent. So what I want to find here as a girl child, how we catch it early and snap it in the bud, how we work on that process as
Three things come to mind really, really quickly. Thanks very much for your question. And for parents, especially parents, I do always understand how single parents, even the expression single parents exists. Anyway, but there are three things I want you to remember. One, your instruction at home. Make those instructions clear all the time. Okay? So you have an instruction to give your child, make the instruction as clear as possible so that the child is able to respond to that specific instruction and complete it. The second thing is your modeling, how you operate. Everything that you do, your child is watching, they will imitate. And if in your case, sir, you're talking about you are a single parent, could I ask all the daddies to just stand a little bit, please? All the daddies, a round of applause, please. Thanks, guys. All of you guys who have daughters, let me tell you one time, they're going to look for a man just like you. So model what a man's supposed to be. Model it. All right? And in modeling that, that is how you treat with your children, how you speak to your children. You know, just this morning I saw a father demonstrate something in front of the school, and it's just amazing. But our children will model it. They will see what we do, and they will do it and do it better. So if you're a liar, your child will lie and lie better. If you're a thief, your child will steal and steal better. If you are a bully, your child will be a bully and be a better bully than you. He will do it like a boss. All right? So the first thing is your instruction. The second thing is your modeling. The third thing that is important from the home, especially single parent home, is how you parent.
Young lady, are you ready?
You will introduce yourself.
Yeah. Well, my name is Derek Selvon, Derek Anthony Selvon, and I'm happy to be here to share with you all this morning. And even though that you all meet me here in this primary school, Romaine government, I was not always like this. But being invited here because of my experience and my past life, I came to share this morning. What happened in my early life, from the age of 11, I started a life of crime, spiraling down as my years went up. My lifestyle went down, I would say, choosing a life of crime. And as I said in the meeting there, while I was able to share with the children, I started at the age of 11, and I had a reason for starting that sort of life. And even though at the time of it, at the age of 11, I didn't understand why I was doing the things and behaving the way I was behaving, later on in my life while I was in prison, it came to me how I ended up living that lifestyle. My understanding was open to understand how I got where I was, because a question I was asking myself through the years too, through the years in prison actually, how I got here, not geographically, but how I got there emotionally, mentally, how I got to this person, become this person. And it came to me while in prison that at the age of 9, my father died, and I remember asking my mom, "Mommy, how daddy died? Why daddy died? Well, my father fell from a rig. He went to Puerto Rico and he was working in Puerto Rico and he fell from a rig 250 feet up and was not offshore, was land rig, and he fell to the ground. He died. And I remember asking my mom, how daddy died? Or why daddy died? And my mom turned to me and told me daddy died because he was a good man. And because he was a good man, God took him away from us. He gone in heaven to be with God. And it came to me down in prison that statement that my mother made to me, although in her heart probably was a good thing she was doing, she just said something to comfort me. But at that tender age, that was a devastating blow to me and my future life, because I said in my little heart that if daddy was good and God take him, I don't want to be good. I want to be bad because I don't want God to take me. And so from there, at the age of 11, I started to run away from school. I started to break beach. I started to smoke cigarette. I went on. I started to run away from home. I started to go to the blocks. I started to go on the streets. I started to do things, contrary things like robberies and larcenies and all this. And I went up. I keep going up in the kind of crime I doing. And then up became down. Because by the age of 33 now, I went to prison. I went to prison for armed robbery violence, and I spent 17 years and 8 months in prison for these crimes that I committed. Most of my crime was committed at the age of 24, 20, 24, 25 going up. By the age of 33, I went to prison. And the sentence that I got, the judge gave me was 558 years. And 558 years meaning that I had multiple counts of robberies, 13 cases in the high court, there was 7 or more cases in the low court. But what I did, I called in all my cases before the judge and I told him I want to have a clean slate. And he gave me 15 years for one incident, one case that was 13 counts of robbery where I went in a restaurant and robbed about 40 something people. But 13 people came and point me out and I did parade and these things. So I had 13 counts of robbery for one case. And with this 13 counts of robbery, I get 15 years, but to do one. So everything running. But the sentence is against me. 13, I have 13, so it's 13 in one, 13 by 50 the next case, 10 by 50 the next case, 9 by 50 the next case, 8 by 50, and so we're going right down. But even there, the judge had promised me that he would only give me, he wouldn't let my case exceed, because in 1995, when I faced the judge, if I had done the 15 years, I would be coming out of prison 2006. If I had done the 15 years, I had to do 10 years. But what happened, while he was reading out his charges, he realized that I had shot a guy on a robbery, armed robbery violence, and shooting with intent, and he gave me 10 years to follow the 15 years. So my case, my time jumped from 15 years now to 25-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I ended up coming out of prison 2013. All right? So what I'm saying is, after being in prison all these years, it took me a little time to come to terms, to understand that I need to turn around my life, meeting different counselors like Mr. Dos Santos here, who is working with the schools now, the school program now. And meeting guys like him and other guys, pastors and things, talking with them and things, I realized, and through the influence of the Spirit of God, I understand that here what happened. I need to turn around my life, I need to do something different. And I came out of prison 2013, July, and from then to now, today, I've been working, working a little construction and trying to get my life back on track, trying to get back a life with my children, because as I said there, even though that I had done this crime in 1988, and the victims on them in 1995 would I get some kind of reprieve, knowing the guy who robbed them, he gone to prison for 25 years. They would have feel something. Probably they might not get over the magnitude of the robbery incident, but they would have known that the man who robbed us, he gone to jail. They would have something to at least know. Well, yeah, we get a little victory. But then my victims did not end there, because my children, my 2 sons, when I entered prison, one of my sons was 11 weeks. When I came out, he was 18. One was 7 years. When I came out, he was 25 years. And the relationship between us is a gap, but we keep working together, trying to bring it together. So my sons, through the years, are still victims of the crimes that I committed in 1988. And these are the things that I come now and I share with the kids, I share with them, I show them my lifestyle, the things, the wounds that I used to get admonishment, I used to get counseling, I used to get people used to talk to me to turn around my life, but I never took heed. And this is the outcome. But I thank God I could be here to share something positive.
All right, no, that's a lot about yourself, right?
Yeah.
I want to know, well, why you're here this morning. Tell us about
Okay
why
then.
you're here.
Well, while I was in prison, as I told you, we had men like Dos Santos and other men, like our ex-prison officer, Mr. Garcia. You know, they came to me after seeing the work, because in prison I used to do the social work to talk to kids, go on the outside, share testimonies, and they spoke to me when I came out and asked me if I want to come and share still, and I told them it is nothing. I will come and I will share with the youths and them if I could get at least reach one youth, and because the things I seen in school, the things I seen children carrying to school in the book bag, weapons, knives, scissors, all different sort of things, I know that even though I did not listen, somebody might hear what I am saying on the way I live and the consequences of the things I had done, and they might turn around their life. So that's why I'm here this morning, and I hope that it could benefit them. Okay? 19 months.
Okay, how long have you been doing motivational speaking?
You mean from since I came out? Or, well, what happened is I was doing motivational speaking from in prison. From in prison, when I served, as I told you, I served 17 years and 8 months, right? When I was 9 years down in my sentence, because of my behavior in prison, the officer of them came to me and asked me if we would go, because I was in church and a little counseling group and thing, and if I would go. And we used to go to schools on the outside, we used to go seminars, we used to go sports days, family days, and they used to allow me to share. And when I came out now, about the first month I was outside, Mr. Rudolph Garcia, ex-prison officer, he came to me and asked me if I want to continue to share and thing on your side. I don't have no problem. And when we went Moruga, we went to other places we went, and then Mr. Dos Santos, he came to me some months in my outside and asked me if I would come and share the things, because in prison we had a good relationship too. He used to work in the prison, so.
I want you to tell us something about, this seminar is about a workshop about bullying.
Yeah.
Right? And to try to, the message is to prevent bullying or to stop bullying or to raise an awareness of bullying.
Yeah.
What message do you want to send out to the children? What's your message you want to send to the younger ones?
Well, what I will tell the younger ones is those who are bullying is the sense that they are young now at a tender age, and if they start bullying now, it will lead on into their adult life. And then it have laws, and it have rules, and it have laws against bullying, that the consequences are bullying is causing, devastated, I should say, actions that could be held against them, and they're causing others to be hurt and to go through pain. So I'm telling them to put it away, because it's going to affect them in the later life. They will move on. Bullying, it starts as bullying, and then it will end up, the bullying will turn into robberies, it will turn into violence, it will turn into different things against the law. And they will have a price to pay for that. So a negative price. I'm telling them, move away.
You also said you're changing mindset.
Yeah.
Towards something in mom said to you. What do you want to say to these children or parents, that could help their children stay on the right track, not choose a path of negativity and violence?
What I will tell the children is, first of the parent, I will tell the parent to pay attention to the children. Pay attention to the children while they're home, because for me, my mom never knew who I was for about 10 years. I was this person. And this wicked person then that I'll become. And my mom never knew until the police knocked on my door and helped my mother to understand who I really am, because home, I was a saint. But what I'm saying is, I'm telling the parent first to pay attention to the children, check on the books, check to see if they're doing the homework, if they're doing the school work, watch them if they're insubordinate, if they're listening to the rules at home. Because if they're breaking the rules at home, they will break the rules on the house. If they're not being obedient to the mother and father at home, they will be disobedient to the teachers on the outside. So I ask the parent to keep a close attention on the children at home, check the book bags, check in school, find out how they're going in school, talk to the teachers concerning them. But I'm also saying to the parent, be a role model in your actions to your children. Don't tell your children, don't do this, don't do that, don't go by the net, and then you doing something similar to that children, because they will look at your lifestyle and they will not listen to what you say, but they will mostly respond to the things that you do in yourself. So you need to be careful in this area also.
Okay, so you're associating bullying and negativity, violence from the children with from home, from
home,
from upbringing?
Yes, definitely so. Although the child will have a mind of their own and they will learn things on the outside, but if you telling your daughter, don't shout at your brother, but you shouting at your daughter and you shouting at your brother, they will start to imitate the same things that you're doing, and verbally then, so you need to be careful with your actions. Let your actions be the example for your children to follow.
And based on what you see to your children then? Even what you see, because based on what happened to you, your experience.
Then it have that side where you need to be careful what you're telling your children. Because sometimes I say, Mommy, child might come and say, Mommy, the next student lashed me to a ruler. And you might say, and you ain't bossy head. No, you mightn't mean that. But, so you have to be careful, because in your child little mind, you say, nice, next time you hit me that ruler, I will bust his head. So give your child, he hit you with a ruler, you went and you tell the teacher, you explain what happened to a teacher, somebody, adults are wrong, and this, you better approach your children, deal with them truthfully, and what is expected of them, you tell them that, so that they will know and follow through.
Okay,
what other schools have you taught? Where else have you counseled?
Boys RC on the promenade.
What? Boys RC?
Government is government. No, it's boys government. That's the guys with the grey on the promenade.
Okay.
Grey and khaki, and the I think it's an Anglican school. Not St. Paul's. The one on Rushfield Street. The boys school on Rushfield Street. Boys government. Huh? Boys RC and boys government. I also was invited to a seminar somewhere up Point Lisa side with Mr. Dos Santos here. Was at the guidance counselors was there in a seminar, and he invited me to talk to them.
I said, I was on a trend here, sorry about that. No, I can't pause it, but what I wanted to do, right? I want a strong message out to the parents and to the children. Now, you're the end result of
my message out to the parent is to be a strong example for your children in your actions. Yes, you need to tell them the right thing. You need to tell them, don't do this. But don't just tell them, don't do this. Tell them why, and then tell them what to replace. Don't do it. Do this. It should be done this way. And after you tell your kids in the proper way to do things and to say things and to deal with issues, then you yourself now need to be an example unto your kids, that the things that you're telling them, you need to follow through on the action, so that the things that you're telling them not to do and the things that you're telling them to do, they could see you now not doing the wrong things, but see you doing the good things, so they will have two counseling there, the counseling of your actions and the counseling of your utterance. And to the kids, I want to say, pay attention to your parents and to your teachers, especially your teachers. Teachers, they show a certain interest in children now, and they want the best for the kids, because they want to see, after they impart the knowledge to the kids, they want to see the kids going to do something better. So my advice to the kids is to don't look to advantage. I started off, I used to steal 5 cents, 25 cents from my mother's purse, and I used to go to school and I used to take $1 from children book bags, and I went on now to extreme. I went on, remember, as you grow, you will leave school and you will carry your bullying tactics with you. And bullying, as you grow older, your bullying will become more violent and more extreme. You will start to take things from people. You feel like you bully people and take away. And taking from the owners without the consent is larceny. It's a crime you move on to commit, and you could go on and on and on and end up like me. So, and the consequences for me, for my crime, was not just a prison term and being confined in prison. To me, I still pay, because I don't have the relationship I have with my sons that I'm supposed to have, and with my friends and family that I'm supposed to have. I don't have it right now, but I continue to build, and emotionally, it was devastating for me emotionally, and all of these are the consequences of starting off your young life, bullying and being insubordinate and being disobedient and being what you're not supposed to be, or what God wanted to be. So my advice is to stay focused, study your education, as keep going to school, and understanding what is required of you in school and what the school environment is for, and apply yourself to it that you could obtain something good and better in your future life. For me right now, I'm working. I know I'm working with a contractor and I do construction work, you know, and right now for me, that is what my life is about. What I'm saying is for me, wherever God wants me to go, I'll go. Because as I said, Mr. Dos Santos, Mr. Garcia, who has encouraged me in the school program. And they encouraged me to continue to go when they call on me. Sometimes like how I came here this morning and speak here, it will have counselors here, it will have guidance counselors and different people from the ministry. And after they hear my testimony, they come to me or contact the school, find out about me, and then they might invite me. And I trust in God, wherever you want me to go, that's where I goes. Okay? So, yeah, man.
Okay, my name is O'Neill Bonio, the principal of Romaine Government Primary School. Bonio. B-O-R-N-E-O. Well, so as I'm sure you're aware that we have a problem with bullying, not only in the school per se, but it's something that's happening not only in our the school as such, but in the country, concerning where students are being taken advantage of and so on. And therefore, we here at Romaine Government School, we are trying our best to pulverize and to deracinate the scourge of bullying in our school system. And of course, we are having this program here whereby the parents are in school today with their children. And of course, we have people who are coming in to speak, to confabulate, to articulate the dangers, ramifications of bullying. And therefore, we are trying to ensure that this problem is pulverized and deracinated, as I said earlier.
So tell us who's here and what's the objective, what's the objective of the...
As I said, it's really and truly to energize, to allow the parents to know what's happening so that they can assist their children with bullying.
Is it a separate organization you are brought in? Is it school members or the teachers who are doing this? Who's doing this?
Okay, we have collaboration. We have Mr. Selvon. Mr. Selvon is someone who spent a couple of years, about 20 years in jail, and he's one of the speakers here today. And he is apprising the students and, of course, the parents about the ramifications of bullying. Okay, we have someone who's alive, someone who went through the whole system himself. He too was a bully when he was in school and so on. And he is here to warn the students about the consequences of bullying.
So is that a problem at your school? Is that a serious problem at your school, bullying?
It's not a serious problem. But I'm the principal. I am the person who like to take the initiative. I believe that we should stop something before it really happens. Hence the reason we are having this initiative here at the school.
Have you had any kind of experience at the school at a situation that you could relate to us or tell us about?
Well, so we haven't, as I told you, any, it's not really major per se, but we have things like students stealing lunches from other students, things like a little pushing and so on, and therefore we are saying we want to stop it before it gets worse. We know that in other schools it's really terrible, and we are trying to avert those things from happening here at Romaine Government School.
I'm not just the parents and children. How is the parents involved and how you could get them involved?
Well, the parents are here. What happened this morning, they accompanied their students to school, okay? And they see exactly firsthand as to what is happening, and they are here listening to the speakers. We have a time as well where they ask questions, and many of them are asking questions as well concerning bullying. So the parents, they themselves are being educated as to how they can assist their children with this scourge deemed bullying, sir.
As a principal, is there a message you want to send to the parents or to the students?
I want to say to all the parents out there, you need to listen to your children. Sometimes your child may appear one way at home, and in school, the child is different. So I'm appealing to the parents. Parents, please, listen to your children. And when you do that, you will certainly assist them. And ultimately, we're going to have a better school and a better country.
So you have a contact number?
Yes, sir.
Can you share it?
The contact number for the school is 652-0678.
652
067.
0678.
Yes.
We want to stop all bullying in this school. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to say that very often children who bully, they do things at home that will give us indicators as parents that that child is a potential bully. So I would just like to encourage all parents, because sometimes, we could be like the ostrich. We put our heads in the ground because our child is all perfect. Or sometimes when the grades have been nice, so many of us think bright children can't do wrong thing, and that's not true. Children do things at home, it's the little things that is wrong. And one of the little things, is, we just spoke about it when children, they might be doing it in our group, she spoke about it, but one child constantly trying to dominate another child. And sometimes they might even try to dominate you. A child who throws a tantrum, after you tell them, means from a bit, you can't get snap, and you throw a good tantrum and try to embarrass you. You're not supposed to buy the snap. Please don't hit the child, but don't buy the snap. You're in charge. And we have to try really hard when we see children doing little things to correct it, so it will not grow. Because one of the things I realize is that any person can become a bully. Any person can become a bully, right? I don't want to get controversial, but sometimes, I'm not saying that in this school, but sometimes we have adults who are bullies too. And so, yeah, so we have to be careful. So, be careful. No, but still, so parents, we need to really check ourselves. We're showing our teachers them bully things, so we have to check ourselves. Right, teachers, we have to check ourselves. Okay? Thank you.
I really want to entertain you all. Alright? But this is the end of this session. I really want to thank you for participating.
Question. We would now like to have and welcome the representative from the Ministry of Education, our school supervisor.
Representatives from the different bodies, Mr. Selvon, specially invited guests, Principal, Mr. O'Neill Bonio, members of staff, parents, students. A pleasant good morning. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, specifically Victoria Education District, I take great pleasure in bringing greetings and best wishes to all of you for organizing this Professional Development Day. The topic, Say No to Bullying, was indeed appropriately selected in light of many incidents of school violence plaguing this country, and it is time for all of us to get involved and reach out to students. It is indeed a sad day for this country as we learn via the media and other sources of so many of our young students being arrested from schools for issues of violence in the school environment. Within recent times, the Ministry of Education has adopted a zero-tolerance policy in an effort to combat bullying in schools, and have therefore initiated several anti-bullying campaigns to address this issue. Some time ago, it was stated school bullying is an area that has challenged the police, the school environment, and the society on the whole. School bullying, I can tell you, is a real issue that is plaguing our society and corrupting our young children to the extent that their minds are being eroded. And by extension, of course, this will affect their academic learning at school. We all need to take a leadership role in dealing with this issue and devise mechanisms to help save our nation's children. Research would show that school bullying is a type of bullying that occurs in an educational setting. Bullying, and I heard this mentioned in the audience, can be physical, sexual, verbal, or emotional in nature. The causes of bullying are multifactorial and a multifaceted approach is needed. It seems that children bully for a variety of reasons. And when dealing with child bullying, it's essential to identify who is the bully at the center of the violence. There's usually one person who's a gang leader, and somehow it is a strange concept where people are just drawn to these gangs. And I would think there are many reasons for bullying. Some of them include frustration. The child is being bullied. The responsible adults have repeatedly failed in their duty of care. So the child slowly and reluctantly starts to exhibit aggressive behaviors because that's the only way to them, in their mind, that is how they can survive in this bullying entrenched climate. They are reacting. They have become reactive. There's probably poor or no role model. There's abuse at home. There's neglect at home. The undue influence, and this is where we'll find many children, they are fallen into the wrong crowd or conduct disorder. And I am happy to see the body of the Student Support Services. They are doing a wonderful job, extension of the Ministry of Education, in trying to address the challenges with school bullying. So let us just commend Student Support Services here by giving them a round of applause at this time. Currently, increasing attention has been given to the importance of teachers and parents understanding and recognizing the signs of bullying, and are therefore being equipped with strategies and tools to address school bullying. And I commend the parent who just spoke about the involvement of the principal and staff, all teachers, of the critical role to play. I endorse everything that the gentleman has said. And therefore, it is expected that at the end of today's workshop, that these objectives will be achieved. And in closing, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, I want to commend the Romaine Government School, give kudos to the principal, staff, parents, students, and all the supporting services for being proactive and taking the initiative in planning and implementing this program on school bullying. I would also like to advise that today's program should not end here, but there should be continuity and consistency in this campaign, saying no to bullying by conducting further research to ensure that this disease called bullying is eradicated. So again, I want to commend the school and bring greetings on behalf of Victoria Education District for a successful day. And I want to urge and encourage you parents, spread the word. And please come out and support the school by taking an active role in your children's lives. I want to say thank you and a pleasant good afternoon.
Ms. Vidya Ramatala for coming out, our School Supervisor 1, and supporting us in this adventure. We thank you. And now something for the children to look forward to. We have the results of the poster competition. So I'm just going to announce the prizes. The class teacher will come up to collect. So Miss Anne-Marie, can you collect on behalf of first year? If you look to your right, you will see first year did that. Take a stand, lend a hand, bullying is nothing grand. And those are their fingerprints, their handprints, Good job, Miss Anne-Marie. And would the children of first year please stand? First year, would you all stand? Come up, come up, come up, come up. Quickly, quickly. First year. So let's give them a round of applause. Okay, thank you. And now we'll also have a presentation to Ms. Rampal, second year. So second year kids, can you all come up for a great job done? And here you will see, don't be a fool. Bullying is not cool. Shape up your attitude. And with shaping up your attitude, they tell you how many things and all the things you need to do to change your attitude. Be respectful and kind and giving. So let's big up second year. Okay, so now we have the group, and we have first for Miss Sanka. Miss Sanka for Standard 3. Miss Sanka and the kids from Standard 3, please come up. And you look to your left. More or less all the colors. You'll see Miss Sanka's name on top, Twitter class, and these are the posters that they did as a class. So let's congratulate them again. And we'd like to call up Mr. Adrian together with his class. Mr. Adrian together with his class. If you look to the extreme left, you will see all the posters. They worked very hard at it. So we want to congratulate them. Okay, thank you. Now we're going on to the individual poster competition. We're going to start with Standard 1 and we'll ask Miss Ali. Miss Ali to come up, please. And Miss Ali class, the first place winner was Nilan Miraj. Nilan Miraj. Can Nilan come up, please? Nilan. Okay, here he comes, very coolly. And you will see Nilan's poster across there. The first place for Standard 1K, which is my class, is Kayla Miraj. Kayla Miraj, can you please come up? And here you will see, just behind Sir, the principal, no bullying. No, the one underneath Sir. Right, and that's the poster. So we say congratulations to you. Good job. Miss Christine class, we have Jaylan Davy. Jaylan Davy, first place. Sir, Mrs. Sabonio, can you make this presentation, please? And Standard 4, we have Akila Cornwall. Akila Cornwall. Miss Nichols, can you please come up? And Angel Bernard. Angel Bernard. Where's Angel Bernard? Okay, so Miss will collect for her. And Standard 5, well, I can tell you the competition was stiff with Standard 5. The posters on them were so really interesting and nice. I couldn't make my choice. So I know the judges and them had some tough decisions to make. But first place went to Tariq Shah. Tariq Shah. Ms. Shablal, can you please come up? Ms. Shablal, can you please come up? And second place to Aliyah Sanchez. Aliyah Sanchez. Okay, so we thank you. That is the close of our morning session. I want you all to listen very carefully to just a few in-house announcements.